Arbor Place Mall and the City of Douglasville are proud to present City Connector. On today's show, we'll talk to Dr. Demiterious from West Georgia Technical College about family dental hygiene. Callie Boatright will be here from the Chamber of Commerce to tell us about their golf tournament. And Ken Reaves from the Georgia Highlands College will be here to tell us about their brand new Duglasville campus. Our musical guest today is Gil Caro. And as always, your chance to be on TV with the interactive community calendar. Now, please welcome the stars of our show, Monk and Kelly.
Thank you very much. Thank you for coming out to Arbor Place Mall. We really appreciate it. And wait till you hear some of the entertainment for tonight, especially Gil Caro, who's prepared different songs in English and Spanish, which is really spectacular.
I'm really looking forward to that. We also have joining us Dr. Demiterious who is going to be telling us a little bit about dentistry.
I was going to say, is he a regular doctor or a doctor like dentist doctor? Which is a regular doctor?
Open wide and say
that's what I'm afraid of, okay? And you know, I'm so excited to talk to Callie Boatright about a golfing tournament. But I did do this once. I went to the dentist one time.
And played golf?
And played golf afterwards.
Okay.
It was not a good game. It was not.
We also have joining us from Georgia Highlands College, Ken Reaves. So that's going to be a lot of fun today.
So let's welcome our guest today, and let's have a great City TV and a City Connector. Oh yeah.
Hi, how you doing? How you doing?
Oh yeah. Okay. All right. There you go. That's he knows. He's got that grip. He knows how to do that. Nice.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's the white coat syndrome, man.
White coat syndrome. Yeah, a lot of people are a little bit afraid of that white coat.
He's a lot afraid.
You seem like a nice guy.
I seem like a nice guy, but you figure, the first time you ever saw white coat, someone gave you a shot, even a physician.
That's true.
It gets translated over to.
So let's start a fashion trend. Let's go with neon green or something like
Absolutely.
that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Get some nice kicks. Get a neon green thing. You're
Absolutely.
in, man. Kids won't be afraid of them.
I'll be hit.
Right? Yeah,
Right.
that's right. Exactly.
Of course, they'll call him Dr. Frog then.
Yeah,
No, they will not. Oh, that's
He's
cool,
wearing
man.
neon green.
That's The thing is that before I have someone stick their fingers in my mouth, I at least have to have a lunch or a dinner or something like that. Okay. So
Okay.
if I come
On
to
you.
No. On you. No.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
So, now you're involved with West Georgia Technical College with their dental program there.
Yep.
What does that program entail?
It's a dental hygiene program, and what happens is, coming out of high school or even out of a four-year college. As a matter of fact, we have a lot of students there that are out of a four-year college also that have decided they want to go into dental hygiene. Obviously, it's mostly females, but we accept males. Like any other program. What we do is we offer a lot of basic services. Sealants, cleanings, scaling and root planings. Different services like that. And we train them for two solid years, and during this time, they get a lot of these skills, and we offer a lot of services where they're able to go ahead and help the Douglas community, and we're able to do this at a discounted rate, a much discounted rate.
So like a real high
practice.
discounted rate. It's not like you just go in there. I mean, if you went to a dentist, an average cleaning would cost approximately
about $150.
Okay, and then so if you went to the program where you have these kids who are learning how to become dental hygienists, what would the
roughly somewhere depending on the situation about $30 to $40.
No kidding.
So it's a huge savings.
So there's no excuse not to go to the dentist.
Well,
absolutely.
But where in the training are they? Are they like at the beginner stage, or are they at the level where they might be able to go into?
When they're able to actually see patients, the first year they spend a lot of time on mannequins and bookwork and a lot of different basic knowledge type of things. They're able to they're seeing patients during their second year, and they spend pretty much the whole second year developing those skills. And of course at the beginning they're a lot slower, and then it's amazing within 9 to 10 months how much faster they become, how much more efficient, and how thorough they become.
And you're an instructor for this program?
I'm a supervising dentist there, and I pretty much see everybody from day one. I do a lot of the basic classes, and then after that they kind of go see other instructors, and then After that, I just kind of supervise them. I don't really delve too much into what they do. I like to have the hygienists, who see this day to day, be the ones, because they know the frustrations that they have and the different problems that they have day to day. Not that I can't do it, but it's always more comforting to see someone.
What are some of the things people are afraid of when they go into the dentist, and how do you calm them down? Not speaking from personal experience
at all.
Well, for instance, one of the things that we promote, whether it's at West Georgia Tech or even in our private practice, we tell kids as early as they're newborns to come in with their parents. They don't necessarily get nothing more than a checkup.
Sure.
But they come in and they'll see the air water syringe. We let them play with the air water syringe.
Oh, so you let the kids play with the stuff? That's all? They squirt each other?
They squirt me.
Awesome. Can I come in and do that?
Absolutely.
I would come to the dentist more often if I could do that.
Yeah.
Okay, doctor, open up. And
Exactly.
At what age do you start taking a child to the dentist?
As a general rule, you should at 3 years old is a real good opportune time to start seeing kids. A lot of you can start to see most of their teeth are in, their baby teeth are in, and you can kind of get a feel for what's going on. And really, what you're trying to do is instill habits more than anything else.
What's the most damaging thing to a kid's teeth?
Teeth, bumps and bruises.
Really?
We see a lot of kids that when they're first learning to walk, or even if they're playing sports. I know a lot of kids now with soccer having started up, and World Cup fever and all that. Kids are getting into soccer and they're getting that ball kind of thrown right in their face, and a lot of them aren't wearing sports guards.
Right.
Or they may be just doing what normal kids do, just out in the yard and tossing a football around, and
boom, yeah.
And it just comes right in your face and you break a tooth. As a matter of fact, we just had a patient yesterday with a similar situation. So
I have a friend that just broke a tooth, and sometimes it's difficult to get into a dentist right away, depending on who your dentist is in an area in which you live. What would you suggest for something like that? Because he was ready to put gum on there and everything, and just so it wasn't so sensitive.
There's no real perfect situation. If the entire tooth is kind of falling out, which does happen, it's not just a broken tooth, get it in some milk. Putting it in some milk, we may be able to go ahead and put that back.
Really? So if the tooth actually
is knocked out completely?
If it's knocked out completely and you're holding the entire tooth, the root and all, putting it in some milk is pretty. But you got to do it relatively quick, and you got to get in as soon as you possibly can.
Okay, so you're in with your glass of milk and your tooth. Okay.
You don't drink the milk.
And don't do it near children that have Oreo cookies. You're good.
That's right.
Okay.
And you put that in, and sometimes we're able to reimplant it. I'd say about good 40-50% of the time we're able to reimplant that tooth. So 1 and 2 is pretty good. Odds. I take those odds any day.
Okay, but if it's not completely broken, what would you?
It's not completely broken. You've got to put something on there. There's stuff over the counter stuff at Walgreens or Osco Drug, or I don't know what the drugstore, all
CVS,
the CVS, Rite Aid.
Yeah,
there's some temporary filling material on there that in there that you can buy and just kind of tack on there just to get that sensitivity gone just for a little while until you can see the dentist at that point.
Yeah, he's been waiting. He can't get into the dentist for 2 days, and so and every time he breathes, just like
Speaking of when you can get into the dentist, where can somebody go see you?
I'm over on Highway 5 at 3668 Highway 5 in Douglasville, Georgia. And the practice name is Dr. Joel R. Tidwell, which is essentially my boss, but we're partners. He treats everyone like partners there. So we're there 5 days a week. We're between myself or Dr. Tidwell, someone's on call on the weekends. At all times, so you always have somebody to get in touch with.
And if somebody wanted to get involved in the dental program at the college, how would they go about doing so?
The best way to start is to get on the school website, which is www.westgeorgiatech.edu.
Okay.
And start there. You'll see the School of Health Sciences, and there's a dental hygiene link right there. And there's information, phone numbers, address. You can come in and just shadow me or one of the other instructors for a day. it's a fantastic way to just kind of see, is this for me? Because it's, you know, obviously it's not for everybody, but it's a very competitive program, and a lot of people want to get in.
Excellent field.
Pretty good hours, you know, as far as the dental hygienist is concerned. You know, it's good pay. You're helping the community.
Sure.
You know, there's a lot of respect that goes along with that as well.
And if you want to, you can change up the you know, the white coat syndrome. You can do your own
lime green jacket.
That's right. I'm thinking if you do that, you could sell your line, Dr. Demiterious line of hip dentist clothing. It's hey, I'm offering it as a fad and a trend.
I'm sure you want to cut.
You can ride, man. 10%. You got it.
10%. You got
Thanks,
it.
Doctor.
You got
Appreciate
it. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Well, what we're going to do right now is we're going to go to our community calendar, and Kelly Hunter is there.
Welcome to this summer edition of City Connector. We're jumping the summer off with a lot of things happening and a lot of people on vacation. So I'm kind of flying solo today, but I've got Sarah with the Chamber of Commerce. Sarah, you guys are always active, always busy, and lots of things going on. Tell us what you've got for us today.
Yeah, I'm actually here on behalf of the Young Professionals Connection. It's a program of the Douglas County Chamber of Commerce, the foundation side. And the Young Professionals Connection has recently kind of revamped, and we're in the foundation stages of building up a really cool organization. It's for people ages 21 to 40. We're a little flexible on that. So, but basically it's for professional social development, so we connect with our peers, community, and our future. So what we have coming up in July is a networking, it's an HR seminar. It's called Making Connection Summer Refresher Series. And it's on July 28th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the College and Career Institute right behind West Georgia Technical College. And we're going to do like a lunch and learn. We're going to have a couple of speakers speaking on human resources skills, like why you should keep your resume updated, social media do's and don'ts, you know, what you should or shouldn't put on your Facebook page. Just a lot of things that young professionals in the community should know, whether they have a job or if they're looking for a job. And we're also providing, they're going to have lunch provided by Chick-fil-A. So the charge is going to be $5. So it's going to be a great session to network and also learn a little bit about, you know, helping the community and bettering yourself.
Okay, and about how long will that event last? You're saying it's a lunch and learn, so maybe an hour, hour and a half?
Yeah, it's from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. So we're going to do one session, like one boot camp session. We're going to break for lunch, and then we're going to come back for the second session.
A lot of great networking opportunity, a lot of information there that they're going to pick up on HR issues. And boy, social media is something that's really jumped off, and that'll be a great opportunity for people.
Yeah, I'm really excited. And like you said, with social media, there's some things that people probably should put out there that companies look at, and it's just going to help people get ahead in their future. So. Well,
I tell my daughter, who's here in the audience today, colleges are even looking at your social media sites. So great tool and a lot of information there. That's July the 28th, you said?
Yes, July 28th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. And you can make reservations through the Chamber of Commerce, or you can check our website for YPC. It's www.ypc-deville.com.
All right. A lot of things happening. Sarah, thank you for being with us again today. I know we'll see you next month.
Yes.
All right. A lot of activities happening. I know it's summertime, people on vacation, summer camps, all kinds of activities happening, but there's still a lot to do here in Douglasville. A lot of information and opportunities for you here. If you'd like to be on the interactive community calendar, give us a call, or you can contact Alice Stevens at the City of Douglasville. She'll set you up and get you your 30 seconds of fame, so to speak, here on the community calendar. We're excited about this month's City Connector. We're going to throw it back to Monk and Kelly, who has another guest lined up for us today.
And I have to tell you that we're getting excited because we're going to do a special showcase on this particular City Connector with Gil Caro, who is coming up ready to sing some songs, and one of our favorite guests. Yeah, that's right. Is that what they call it? What do you call it?
It's French for hat.
Yes, it is.
First of all, I'm outnumbered by beautiful women, and secondly, I'm outnumbered in intelligence because I've never heard that word before.
He is so smart.
Isn't he?
He is.
Smart enough to know that.
That's right.
I know. You guys are awesome. Callie Boatright is with the
Chamber of Commerce.
And big golf tournament is coming up, and that is a big
He's always
fundraiser.
excited. If the subject is golf,
I'm in.
Jonathan's there. So.
There are a lot of people who feel the same way.
Yeah.
If the size of our tournament is any indication, then there are about 250 people who feel exactly like you do.
Wow.
We actually have, as far as we know, the largest golf tournament on the west side of Atlanta.
Really?
We are at Mirror Lake Golf Course. That will be on September 1st. And the really unique thing about Mirror Lake is they have 2 separate 18-hole golf courses. So we get to take over for a day. It's a Wednesday, and we actually start with a shotgun start right about 11, but we have plenty of festivities in the morning with about, as I said, 250 golfers. And just to make it a little more interesting, in the afternoon is our tennis classic. And we had about 60 tennis players who participated last year. So
I love the 2 18-hole golf courses.
Isn't that
because,
great?
yeah, during a tournament, a lot of times guys like me will slow up the whole, the whole stuff.
And you're feeling guilty, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, and now,
you won't have to be guilty?
No, one of these tournaments, you got 2 18-hole,
Yeah.
Is it too late to sign up for it?
It is not. It is not. We're actually just getting out there and talking to our sponsors. We have a great presenting sponsor this year, Greystone Power, who, as you know, is very active in the community and always been one to support the Chamber. But this year, they are actually our supporting sponsor. So Greystone will be out there, and as we're lining up all of those sponsors to get us really going this year, we're starting to seek players as well. If you go onto our website, which is www.douglascountygeorgia.com, the information will be right there on the front page for you. But you can always call the Chamber of Commerce. We're open, as you know, Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, and you can reach us at 770-942-5022.
And you're still looking for sponsors. So if you're a business that's interested, it's a great opportunity for that.
It is. You know, it's a great chance. As you mentioned, we have about, 250 players for golf and then another 50 or 60 for tennis, not to mention all the sponsors and the volunteers. So all put together, we have about 450 people, captive audience for the day. And this is a great opportunity to touch every one of those people in a way that, they're going to play at that hole for a little bit. So they will be there.
Exactly.
Yeah, if they're following you, sooner or later you're going to be talking to them. So
they'll have more time behind. That's exactly right.
I will make this is like a public service announcement.
Okay.
Nothing against dentists, even though we had Dr. Demiterious in here before. No, I'm serious. I went to the dentist one time. Play golf after you go to the dentist. Not the easiest thing to do.
I'm really good without doing that. I have to ask you, at what point did you realize this was a bad idea?
Well, the thing is that when your mouth is still numb and you hit a bad shot, you slice it or something, and you have to yell 4, it doesn't come out that way.
I don't.
So there's a little bit of a problem, and people look at you funny.
I would imagine.
Yeah, one of two ways, So, yeah, security. They don't usually have security on a golf course. But the guy in the cart, the starter came up and is like, "Are you okay, sir? Did you visit the wagon that came around a little too often?" And I said, "No, I just went to the dentist."
Well, see, that's a perfect segue with today's show. Then you've got the dentist and the Chamber Golf Tournament. That's perfect tie-in.
Yeah.
And I've got Gil Caro performed at our Chamber banquet.
Oh, sweet.
And he is amazing. I am
he?
so excited that you guys are going to have him on the show. I'm staying around for that.
Yeah, showcase too.
Oh, of course.
So not just a normal couple of songs.
Not just a normal, no. We get to hear a whole.
Like a mini concert. Like Gil Caro Unplugged.
That's right. Yeah. Very nice.
That's right, yeah. And we're gonna,
I think he is plugged in a little bit.
Oh,
just a little bit.
Just so you can hear him.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, you have to have that.
Oh, well, he's so much better unplugged.
Well, we can call it whatever you'd like.
Just kidding. He's great any way you slice it.
How good do you have to be to play in this tournament? Just so we can inform Jonathan of this.
Ahead of time. Jonathan, you can come play. I'd love to have you come play.
Scratch player.
And
I'm kidding.
And we'll make sure you're at the back. So if the slowdown of the rate of play, we'll make sure you're taken care of.
I tell everybody that I am a scratch player.
That you are a scratch player?
Yes.
You scratch him out first.
I was going to suggest that, but you do not have to be a professional golfer to play in this tournament. As you might imagine, with that many players, there are all different ranges. It's great because at the Chamber Tournament, one of the differences, we have a lot of the business leaders and decision makers out at that golf tournament, and so it's a really good place to network too. I mean, you're able to interact with people that you would not normally be able to do that with, and so that makes it nice. And not every single one of them is a great golfer.
Well, you want to know why I'm not such a great golfer? Because when you go to work, and if you're an excellent golfer, the boss always questions whether you're actually working or not.
That's an excellent point.
Unless you make the deals on the golf course, then they really don't care.
And there is a lot of business that gets done on the golf course. You'd be amazed. I guess you wouldn't be amazed. You know.
What are the teams? What are they comprised of? How many people on a team?
There are 4 players on each team, and of course we've got business teams, but we also have individual players. So just as a informational purposes, a team is $500 to play in the tournament, but an individual player can enter at $125, and we'll pair you with a great team. So if you have one or two folks who wants to come and play,
Sure.
we can put you in a foursome. That's not a problem at all.
Or if the other people at our radio station are scared of playing with him, then yeah.
Well, we can spread them out.
There we go.
And
I
that
won't go
might
to
be
the
helpful.
dentist that day. That's all. Okay, I just won't do that.
We'll make sure that
Yeah,
that doesn't
yeah,
happen.
yeah.
That's
And,
good.
and the same thing with the tennis players?
It is, yes.
Okay.
Individual on the tennis side, you come in as an individual player. It is doubles, so we assign those, and it's just based on points. So anybody can play, and there's a wide range of players in that category too. We get some novices, and the reason we do is because there are a lot of great prizes that we give away. So there's some people who come out for the great food. We'll have Chick-fil-A serving breakfast to everyone. We've got Outback Steakhouse cooking burgers at the turn, and we've got Texas Roadhouse serving everyone dinner. So it really is a full day and lots of activities. So, you know, smart players come out, whether they're good or they're bad, and enjoy the day and get to meet
Sure.
lots of great
Why not?
folks.
Yeah.
And you get to support the Chamber's causes.
And it's one of our major fundraisers.
Great.
I'm glad that you mentioned that. All of the community activities that we do, and with our Buy Local program, which you and I have spoken about before, that's all supported through these events. We are a nonprofit organization, and so it's important that these are successful for us. So we put a lot of time into it.
For the tournament, is it a best shot out of the group?
It is.
I mean,
Yep, best ball. Best ball. So you just
Best
need
ball.
a better golfer than you, really.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's
You
and
can
it.
beg somebody, right?
Well, usually you have one in the group that's like, all right, we're going with Chuck's shot again.
again, pretty much every time.
Yeah.
No, I played a tournament once, and actually you could go up to a hole, and they had a pro on the hole,
Oh.
and you had to see if you could beat the pro's shot.
He was
That's
so
a
proud when
great
they went to
idea.
his instead of the pros. once.
Yeah,
That's
I
fabulous.
did, and it was sheer luck. Yeah, it was total sheer luck. But then the guys had to
But
decide.
you did it, and you can tell everyone about
Yeah,
it.
mine was closer and everything like that, and the guys had to decide between mine and the pro player's shot to use for the hole. Guess who they went with?
Yours, of
No, they
course.
went with the pro player's
Oh.
shot. You know what? And mine was a better shot. They're like, no, well, the pro player hit it, so it must be a better shot.
What did they say? The person who's the expert is the one from out of here. So that's,
Right.
That's
Yeah.
clearly what happened.
Yeah,
It
that's
wasn't-
exactly what happened.
It wasn't anything.
Won't happen
else.
at your tournament.
Website
no.
one more time, please.
Of course, it's www.douglascountygeorgia.com, and the information will be right there for you.
Callie, thank you so much.
It's always
Appreciate
a pleasure
it.
to see you all. Thanks
Come
for
on.
inviting me.
All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to go to our interactive community calendar, and if you want to get on it, make sure that you contact us at City TV and City Connector. Here's Kelly Hunter with another great guest.
All right, and thank you for this summer edition of City Connector. If you would like to have your event, your outreach that you're doing in your community here on City Connector, we give you that 30 to 60 seconds of fame in front of the cameras each month. It's the last Tuesday of each month here at Arbor Place Mall. All you have to do is call, ask for Alice Stevens at City Hall. She'll get you all lined up with a slot here on City Connector. I'm going to take the opportunity to plug something that the city sponsors for you, which is the 4th of July fireworks. 4th of July is on Sunday this year. Kind of give you a heads up, fireworks will be taking place on the 4th of July Sunday evening from West Pines Golf Course. However, if you want the best viewing, right out here in Arbor Place Mall parking lot, be a great area to view those fireworks just across the interstate. Also there at the Sam's and Walmart parking area. Now we have designated police officers to help with the traffic flow. So if you'll find a spot in those parking lots to view the 4th of July fireworks from the city. Then we will be hosting or having the Independence Day Parade on Monday morning, July the 5th, starting at 10 o'clock. So find your spot nice and early downtown Douglasville. On the interactive community calendar, we give you the opportunity to specialize your event. I've got with me right now, or coming up, my first guest here in the second half is Itea Pounds. Itea, you've got a lot of activity happening, and you're representing the Share House. Is that correct?
Correct. We have two events that are going to go on this on June 29th. We have a volunteer meet and greet, and we're looking for all the volunteers in the community to come out and volunteer. You can volunteer on a continuous basis, or you can volunteer for just special events that we're going to have.
I tell you what, the Share House does a lot of work, and I think the 4th of July or the Independence Day celebration is where they do a lot of their largest fundraiser for the event. Is that correct?
Absolutely. Their 13th annual fundraiser is going to be held at O'Neill Plaza this year. It's a festival. You can buy raffle tickets. to come out and eat. They're going to actually be giving away plane tickets. They're going to give away a TV, and I believe you can win Six Flags. So it's going to be an exciting time. This will be the first year that it's going to be in O'Neill Plaza. We're also looking for sponsors. So any businesses that would like to sponsor this event, please give us a call.
All right, I tell you, so the meet and greet is June the 29th, and that would be for anyone who's out there that wants to volunteer with your organization. Come out and meet who's part of the organization, other people that give their hands, their heart, and their time, I guess, and network with some of those people. What other activities does Share House have throughout the year that if somebody's looking for something to put their hands into and get involved, how can they help you guys out?
Well, like I said, you can come on a continuous basis, which we do administrative work, or you can work in the shelter. You can also come out to our annual event that's a walk run that we usually have in May, and you can run or you can walk, and you can also be a sponsor.
All right. And then, of course, the Independence Day activities. This year's a little bit of a shift for you guys. Normally at Hunter Park, but we're under major renovations there. So downtown, kind of run through a little bit again. What all do y'all have to offer on Independence Day and happening downtown Douglasville?
Besides all the fun and food that you can eat in Douglasville, you can get raffle tickets, purchase raffle tickets to win a ticket to on AirTran. You can also win Six Flags tickets, and you can also win a TV. So it's going to be lots of fun. There's going to be vendors there, food, and again, tons of people right after the parade.
And don't y'all have a talent event, an idol event? My goodness, we want to give everybody the opportunity. Tell us about that.
Yes, you'll have an opportunity to have your time and fame, your show time and fame on the stage. So you can come out. We're also, because this is a candidate year, their candidates can get a booth and speak for $100. So if you're a candidate and you'd like to come out and tell the constituents of what you're doing or what you're going to do for them, please come out that day. You can purchase a table for $100.
All righty. I tell you what, the Independence Day that you guys do is a big activity event. A lot of families, a lot of people outreaching throughout the Douglas County area. Share House does a great job. You minister to a lot of hurting women and families. Tell us just a little bit about the organization of Share House.
Yeah, Share House is more so of a transitional share house. They don't just provide shelter; they provide resources for those who are in domestic violence situations. So we service the community. We, like I said, transitional housing. We get them back into the victims back into the workforce, and as well as into a new living situation.
It's a major transition in their life right now. I tell you, thank you so much. It's always great to see your smiling face, hear the information that you've got with us. Thank you for being with us. And if you have information that you would like to have announced here on the City Connector Interactive Community Calendar, contact us, stevens@ci.douglasville.ga.us. Alice Stevens will get you lined up for your 30 Seconds of Fame on the Interactive Community Calendar. We have more on City Connector with Monk and Kelly and their next guest lined up.
And we're ready with our next guest that gives you an educational twist today. And if you've been thinking about, going to college, and a lot of kids, the fall's coming up, and moms and dads still may not have made a decision, or
they may not have made a decision, is more like it.
All right, we have the perfect guest for that.
Ken Reaves joins us, and he's with Georgia Highlands College. What kind of programs do you have available there?
We have a variety of programs at Georgia Highlands. Our most popular dental hygiene nursing program, but a student could also come to us and get an associate's degree in science or in arts.
And what is specifically good about your college system where somebody would go and get an associate's degree? It's a 2-year program, obviously. What's the benefit for a person to do that with your school?
I think the greatest benefit for us is, a lot of things we say at the Georgia Highlands, and one of the things we're affordable and we're accessible. But I think the main thing that really differentiates us from a lot of other colleges is that a person can come to us and get their associate degree and transfer to any of the 35 institutions in the university system of Georgia. What a lot of our students will also do is they'll get 30 hours. If they can't go to UGA or West Georgia right out of high school, they'll come to us and get 30 hours and transfer at that point as well. Mm-hmm. So I think that's a really good deal for a lot of students who may not know what they want to do or may not have the grades to get into some of the four-year institutions.
And by doing that, when they do and they get better grades in the program, they get a better opportunity for the college selection that they have for 4-year degree, correct?
Absolutely. They come to us and we have smaller classroom sizes, so that always helps. So they get a little bit more individual attention. And I think it's a good transfer for students who may not maybe not as motivated in high school, or for whatever reason they get the good grades.
Maybe they went to a large high school with large class sizes.
Right, and just got lost in the shuffle. So they come to us, and we really take care of them, and we send them on to a four-year institution where they usually flourish.
Well, it's also great for kids that, they may not know exactly what they want to do, and this gives them a good taste as to the different types of programs, and they find really their direction in life.
Absolutely. I think one of the things that's a misconception about two-year colleges is that students often don't think it's college work, but it is. So we really encourage them when they get to us. They really need to study, and they have to spend a lot of time doing that extra work, because we're preparing them to go to a four-year institution.
Well, it's not like high school on steroids, It's like, oh yeah, hey, we're just a high school and we just bump it up a little bit. It's like, no, you're going to college.
Yeah.
And those credits are being transferred to another college within the Georgia University
Are they all
system.
transferred?
They all transfer over. The agreements we have with all the institutions, that
That's
anything
incredible.
they take with us,
Yeah.
they'll transfer right over to the any of our 35 institutions.
That's excellent. It's not very common either with a lot of community colleges across the country, but it's nice to know in our state that happens.
Could somebody get a business, associate's degree in business or finance or any other programs? Because you did mention some of the other programs like dental hygiene, but is it, good to go for a business degree?
Right. We have business administration. They can get it in English or literature, and any of those types of things. They can get the associate's degree in any of those disciplines. So we encourage them to come to us and get their good start, and so they can go away and transfer it in where they want to.
Which program would you advise them to go in that's most likely to get them a job as soon as they graduate?
Well, I think if they want, as far as a career program, the dental hygiene or the nursing are probably the ones that are the most need, and the ones you can pretty much finish with us and go right into a job.
Sure.
But if you're thinking about going into a four-year institution, then any other disciplines would be fine. But any type of career program, the dental hygiene and nursing are probably the two most popular.
Right now, where are the classes held for different individuals?
Well, right now we're located on a campus of Chapel Hill High School. We will be moving in a couple of weeks to our Stewart Parkway location, 5901 Stewart Parkway.
Okay.
It used to be an old Cubs food grocery store, and we went in and renovated it. And so we're ready to go in. Right now, as a matter of fact, they're putting in furniture and assembling the furniture and putting the computers in and things like that. So
they still have like the little microphones from, clean up on aisle 3, because that could be a lot of fun. One of the professors teaching is like,
No, we took all those out.
Oh man.
Too bad.
Oh man, that would
I'm
be
sure
a
you could find them
blast.
somewhere.
That would be awesome.
So how long has Georgia Highlands College been around?
We're celebrating our 40th year of existence this year. Started back in 1970s, and started in Rome, Georgia.
Most people, when they talk about the 70s, they forget exactly when it was.
You don't really want to say when the age
in
is
the 70s,
We started in Rome, Georgia. It's a two-year college, and we've expanded, and now we have 6 locations.
Right, including here.
Including Duglasville.
And you talked about the affordability. I mean, I just, and I don't know, I don't want to put you on the spot and get specifics, but, in general terms, what can someone expect to get?
As far as tuition is concerned?
As far as the tuition.
Right now, if a person would come to us and take 12 hours to make them a full-time student, you could expect to pay, as far as tuition is concerned, about $1,200.
Really?
That's affordable, $1,200.
Not bad.
Let's see, you can make that in the summer job.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. Yeah, very nice.
Very cool.
Okay. And as far as admissions are concerned, where can somebody go if they're interested in learning more about your
Sure.
college?
One of the things they can do, they can go onto our website, which is www.highlands.edu, and it gets a lot of information on the website, or can call us at the Chapel Hill location, which is 770-651-6400. And so they can get in contact with us that particular way, and we'll be glad to help them.
Sure.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, they'll list all the different programs. You can go right in there, get your application.
Absolutely.
What if you're transferring from another school? Do you do transfers from other schools as well?
Yes, we have students who transfer from other institutions, and they can do the same thing. We have to have a transcript, the official transcript, either from the college they attended or from the high school. They have to be official.
Okay.
$20 application fee. They can fill out the application online. They can come to our office and get a paper application if they desire to do that as well. And there's some other items that we would need, immunization records, or some of the things that they would need to come to us.
And financing as well. They can learn more about that if perhaps, $1,200 is a little steep for them and they need to have some financial assistance?
Sure, they can contact our admissions folks or our registrars, and they can tell them about financial aid or our financial aid director, and they'll tell them about financial aid and other assistance that's out there. Hope Scholarship sometimes is out there for some students if they qualify for that. So it's a lot of avenues out there they can go to attend college.
Is it still possible for them to start in the fall at this point?
Absolutely. We encourage them to come as soon as possible. There's some things they need to do before, like if they need to fill out for financial aid, they need to go ahead and get that done now. But we start our fall semester on August 18th, and they can come up until that time if they want to register for it.
But August 8th is right around the corner. It comes faster than you think. So.
It does.
Ken, thank you very much. Appreciate your time and your expertise.
Looking forward to your fall semester. Thank you.
Tell you what, we're going to take a little break here on City Connector. When we come back, the fabulous Gil Caro.
Guests for joining us today on My City TV and City Connector. We had the lovely Callie Boatright from the Chamber of Commerce.
Golf tournament in September. Make sure you sign up for that.
And the delirious Dr. Demiterious.
He wasn't that delirious. He made me delirious. That's what yeah, I know. I was a little sweaty
from West Georgia Technical College. And of course, Ken Reaves from Georgia Highlands College.
And on City TV, one of our all-time favorites. He's been here once before, and we're going to have you on for an extended period of time, if that's okay with you.
Kind of our summer concert.
This is our summer concert series, okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Gil Caro. Let's hear it for Gil Caro. Gil is a local musician, and we can see you mostly where in the area?
I'm over at a place in Douglasville and Chapel Hills Road. There's a little Mexican restaurant called Tony's Bar and Grill on Thursdays.
Excellent. All right.
Around 6 o'clock.
Yeah, 6 o'clock. And then how long does your sets usually go till?
Just a couple of hours. I'm there about till about 9.
Excellent.
What kind of music do you like to play?
I like to play a mixture because there's such a mixture of people that come to these places. So I like to mix it up with some of the covers and throw some of my own music, and I could throw some Spanish music as well. Because,
and we'll hear some of that today, obviously. Yes. All right, mycitytv.com. Make sure you go there. Comcast, Cable 22, and Tributary 98. We want to thank you all for joining us from Arbor Place Mall. Please welcome again Gil Caro.
Thank you. there's a better place, this place I'm living. How far is heaven? Now I just gotta have some faith, just keep on giving. How far is heaven? Lord, can you tell me? How far is heaven? Gotta know how far. How far is heaven? Lord, can you tell me? How far is heaven? Gotta know how far. How far is heaven? Thank you. This is one of my own originals from the Marietta Rain CD that I have. The song called The Beaches of Mexico. Radio wakes me at 8 a.m. Bags all packed, ready to go. I hear the sound of the ocean waves crashing on the sand below. It's a beautiful sun in the morning sky. Temperature feels just right. Maybe I can stay another day. Maybe I can change a life. 'Cause I really don't wanna go. Leave the beaches of Mexico. But there's a plane to catch, says the time on my watch, and I really don't wanna go. Mexican beaches are white as snow, water is warm and blue. Night under the stars with a drink by my side, beats the city light, oh that's for sure. But all of this leisure must come to an end as the real world sets in. I guess I'll make my way back home and promise I'll be back again. Oh, but I really don't wanna go. Leave the beaches of Mexico. But there's a plane to catch, says the time on my watch, and I really don't wanna go. There must be some way to stay another day. My mind is thinking, I'm thinking clearly. My ride will soon be here, it's on its way. Think I'll take a stroll on the sand. Here I'm walking for miles and miles with a drink in my hands. I look at my watch and I notice it's late for my flight back to USA. Well, I guess I'll have to stay the night and suffer here another day. Oh yes, I'm really glad I don't have to go. Leave the beaches of Mexico. Maybe tomorrow I'll catch another plane back from the beaches of Mexico. Oh yes, I'm really glad I don't have to go. Leave the beaches of Mexico. Maybe tomorrow I'll catch another plane back from the beaches of Mexico. Thank you. This next song is a Spanish song about an environmentalist of the Amazon rainforest who died back in the 80s. And the English title of the song is When the Angels Cry. quienes lo mataron. Era un defensor y un ángel de toda la Amazonía. Él murió a sangre fría, lo sabía el color de Melo y también la policía. Cuando los ángeles lloran, lluvia cae sobre aldea, lluvia sobre campanario, alguien murió. Un ángel cayó, un ángel murió, un ángel se fue y no volverá. Cuando el asesino huía, Chico Méndez se moría, la selva se ahoga en llanto. Él dejó dos lindos críos, una esposa valerosa y una selva en agonía. Cuando los ángeles lloran, es por cada árbol que muere, cada estrella que se apaga. Oh, no, no. Un ángel cayó, un ángel murió, un ángel se fue y no volverá. Un ángel cayó, un ángel murió, un ángel se fue volando en madrugada. Cuando los ángeles lloran, cuando los ángeles lloran, lloverá. Cuando los ángeles lloran, cuando los ángeles lloran, lloverá. Cuando los ángeles lloran, cuando los ángeles lloran, lloverá. Cuando los ángeles lloran, cuando los ángeles lloran, lloverá. No, 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 no. Cuando los ángeles lloran, cuando los ángeles lloran, lloverá. Cuando los ángeles lloran, cuando los ángeles lloran, lloverá. Thank you. Yeah. La 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 la. Yeah. La 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 la. I see the crystal raindrops fall, and the beauty of it all's when the sun comes shining through. See those rainbows in my mind. When I think of you sometime, I want to spend some time with you. Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. Building in castles way up high. Just the two of us, you and I. We look for love, no time for tears. Wasted water's all that is. It don't make no flowers grow. Good things might come for those who wait, not for those who wait too late. We got to go for all we know. Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. Building in castles way up high. Just the two of us, you and I. La 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 la. I hear the crystal raindrops fall on the willowy yellow fall, and I comes the morning dew. And darling, when the morning comes and I see the morning sun, I want to spend some time with you. Oh, just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. Building in castles way up high. Just the two of us, you and I. Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. Building in castles way up high. Just the two of us, you and I. Da 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 da. Do 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 do. La 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 la. Do do do. Do 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 do. La 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 la. Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. Building in castles way up high. Just the two of us, you and I. Thank you. Thank you. Again, this is one of my own originals called Bésame or Kiss Me. She's like a magnet, I'm like steel. She draws me into her magnetic field. I envision her lips pressed into mine. Kiss that will endure the passage of time. Just the thought of her now losing control. Her attraction is strong. She holds a kiss that goes deep in my soul. A love I've waited so long. Bésame, bésame. She lights my heart on fire. Bésame, bésame. Her passionate kiss I desire. Her skin soft and silky like petals of a rose. Picture of beauty from her head to her toes. But when I look at her, she looks at me. passion is strong. She holds a kiss that goes deep in my soul. A love I've waited so long. There's something. She lights my heart on fire. There's something. Her passionate kiss I desire. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. My heart beats like thunder, losing control. Her attraction is strong. She holds a kiss that goes deep in my soul. A love I've waited so long. There's something. She lights my heart on fire. There's something. Her passionate kiss I desire. There's something. She lights my heart on fire. There's something. Her passionate kiss I desire. All right. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Thank you.